Time is money. Wasted time can never be regained. Time is the most important resource a man or a woman can have. So as you can see, if you type on Google and you write quotes about time, you will be met with countless quotes about time. And why is that? It's because time is it's the most precious resource we have. Once time is gone, it's gone. Wasted time, you never get it back. Every single day we wake up with 1,440 minutes to spend. Once those minutes are over, they're over. And after that, we're not promised an extra 1,440 minutes the next day. So this is why I'm dedicating this video to time management skills, because having a good set of time management skills will allow you to change your life for the better. And again, the purpose, the overarching statement of my channel is to help you heal and grow. And having good time management skills will definitely help you grow. Because imagine if you could live a life where you have enough time to do what it is that you have to do, your job, your studies, going to your medical appointments, picking up your kids from school, but simultaneously having enough time to do what it is that you want to do, your hobbies, your side hustle, while sustaining your health and also having a good, enjoyable social life. That honestly sounds like the dream to me, and having good time management skills can definitely help you slowly but surely get there. So today we're going to be talking about how it is that I manage my time. We're going to use a concept, a system that I've invented called the personalised productivity system that I've tailored to myself, and I'm now ready to share with you guys to hopefully help you lead a less frustrating life where you're spending your time more wisely with things that you actually enjoy doing. Before we start, let me just reintroduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Relaine. I am an intercalating medical student in the UK between 3rd and 4th year of medical school, currently doing a master's in tissue engineering, and I currently have a lot on my plate. I am obviously studying at university. I also am single-handedly running this YouTube channel as well as my podcast. I am the social media manager of 2 different societies at my university. I'm also doing research on the side. I exercise almost daily, eat well, try to sleep as much as I can, and to be honest, I think I have a very reasonably satisfying social life. So, because of all of that, and because of the fact that I've had consistently in my life for the last at least 7 years, had so much on my plate, I've been able to put together this productivity system that I've finally been able to put into words. So I'm going to introduce to you guys today the personalized productivity system, which is a 7-step system that I'm going to be explaining to you, that I have developed over the course of my years studying. And oftentimes when I can't find a system that I enjoy, where I can't find the answer that I want online, I basically decide to follow my inner authority and do what it is that feels nice. And often I accidentally create new frameworks, new systems, and so I've created this system called the personalized productivity system that I'm ready to share with you today. Okay, so what is this system? So the personalized productivity system is a calendar-based system. Mostly, you don't have to use a calendar, but it's mostly calendar-based, and it's based on 3 different things, 3 pillars: prioritization, the type of task or the theme of their tasks to do, as well as the mood that you're in. So it takes 3 different approaches. So I'm going to walk you through the 7 different steps to follow for this personalized productivity system. So the first step that is important to do is to notice all of the different things that you want to do in your life, all of the different tasks that you have. So you can do this on a day-to-day basis. So from day to day, this is what I have to get done tomorrow, or from a week-to-week basis, or a month-to-month basis. I personally think that month to month is a bit too much because I don't have that much foresight in the future, but I often do a week to week basis, or maybe 3 to 4 days in the future. That's often what I use because I feel like day to day is a bit too little, but again, follow what it is that feels right to you. The second step is to group the tasks that you have. So once you've written all of your tasks on a paper, for example, or on your computer, group all of your tasks into different themes. You're going to be able to notice that certain tasks are health related. I want to eat well, or I want to sleep well. Other tasks are uni related, hand in that piece of work, email that supervisor, do the pre-work for this lecture. Some tasks are, for me, for example, YouTube related, script a video, film the video, edit the video, do the thumbnail, whatever it is. So whatever themes you have in your life, you're going to realize that the different tasks on your paper will slowly but surely all fit under a certain category. And the different tasks that don't fit within a special category, I often call them miscellaneous, admin, or personal life. Because oftentimes it's like calling the bank, going to pick up a parcel, things like that don't really fit within one particular category. And so for step 3, the thing that's going to be the most important is to actually set into your calendar all of the non-negotiables that you have. So non-negotiables are things that you have to do. Go to class, go to the medical appointment, I don't know, if you've booked in a workout class, anything that's have already been pre-planned that you realistically can't move around, like a meeting, things like that. So these are the non-negotiables. So I'm gonna show you how I do this. So I'm currently in my calendar. I'm on a random week in December because I don't have class there, so it's a free week. And I've decided to put my non-negotiables as blue. So if you look here, I randomly set a few non-negotiables. Let's assume that these 4 are lectures, this is a lab session, and this is a meeting in the evening. So these are things that I have to do. There's no option for me to not go to these things. I have to do that. The next thing to set in your calendar, in my opinion, are the sort of crucial, important tasks that you want to get done that are not as inflexible as non-negotiables, where you have a time and a date and it has to get done at that point, but there are certain things that you've told yourself that you want it to do. So I view them as tasks that have an important priority, but they're not full non-negotiable. I'm thinking about them as in, if you were ill and you were feeling really unwell, these tasks would not be attended to before you would not attend to your non-negotiables. And I think that is a very subjective way of looking at it. Different people will have different crucial, important tasks and different non-negotiables. So for example, for me this year, a non-negotiable is to post on YouTube every week, but last year my YouTube posting every week was definitely one of those crucial, important tasks. So just kind of like a second level of priority. Other things that I put in that are like workouts, upload days, solo time that I want to just spend with myself. So just things that I want to put into my calendar that I think are important and I would not want something else to mess around with that time. So when I look here, I've put a random set of crucial, important tasks, but that are not non-negotiables. So I put the morning routine, doing some yoga and getting ready is important to me. A random brunch on the Saturdays, maybe some shopping. I have my upload time on the Sunday, dinner with friends, and maybe a solo evening on a Tuesday just to rejuvenate and spend some time alone. Now you basically have a calendar that's full of the things that you have to do and then the things that you really, really, really want to do. Things that you're like, no, this isn't my calendar. If somebody asks me, are you free then? I'd be like, sorry, actually at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, I'm shopping and that's been in my calendar for a very long time, so I can't do a meeting at 3:30, for example. So now you actually notice with this calendar that has your non-negotiables and all of the important, crucial things that you want to get done, you basically can notice where your free time lies. So on this, the free time would lie maybe between 1 p.m. to 5 p.m, 9 to 2, obviously you're gonna have lunch at some point, and you can basically notice quickly where your free time lies. So then for step 6, this is when the uniqueness of this system comes into place. Because what I do is that after I've noticed in step 5 where it is that I have free time, I think to myself, okay, I'm gonna give every single day of that week, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a flavor. I'm gonna give it an overarching theme as to what it is I wanna spend my free time doing. And so I make that decision based on what it is that I want to do, what it is that I feel like I want to do that day, but also what feels the most urgent. If I have a deadline on Wednesday to give in a piece of work, I'm definitely going to be on Monday and Tuesday having uni-themed days where I'm spending most of my free time doing uni work. So whenever I start to figure that out, I put in which days I want to do what. So Monday and then Tuesday mostly are going to be uni-themed days because I'll be spending a lot of my time doing some uni work, a little bit on the Tuesday evening as well. Then on Tuesday, it's gonna be a society-based work day. So I'm going to be working a lot on all of the tasks that I have to do for my societies and the posts that I have to create for them. Then on, let's say, Wednesday and Friday, it's going to be the times where I'm going to spend a lot of time doing YouTube work. So if you can actually see with the colors that Monday is themed as uni work, Tuesday is themed as mostly society work, Wednesday is themed as mostly YouTube work, Thursday, because there's a lot of non-negotiable on that day, it's a little bit less of uni, but it's mostly uni work in my free time. Friday is YouTube themed, and Saturday has a lot of like the crucial non-negotiables, the crucial important tasks that I want to get done. And you can see how I've left a bit of free time for lunch, like, you know, lunch here, you know, a bit of free time. And a good example with the Tuesday is that obviously if you spend your whole day doing something, at some point you will get sick of it. You will be just annoyed and frustrated, like, I don't want to edit this video anymore, I don't want to do this society work anymore. So that's when you can actually be like, I'm going to spend most of my time doing the society work today, but when I get tired of this, when I get frustrated at it, I'm going to move and shift to a different theme, which is the second most important theme to do that day, which is uni. The reason why I love this sort of system is because I love knowing every single day when I wake up what sort of theme, what sort of hat I'm putting on. Am I a YouTuber today? Am I a student? Am I a society committee member? Because it allows to like tailor my energy and my focus in a different way, because the energy that I need to edit is very different from the energy that I need to write an essay, which is very different from the energy that I need to create a post for social media. So having that sort of like overarching, today I'm a YouTuber, really primes my brain to know what is actually happening that day and what sort of energy and what sort of like headspace I need to be or want to be in that day. And basically when I have the overarching what I'm doing that day, it's at that point in time that I create a to-do list, which basically is, I don't know, let's say for uni, if I have 6 different tasks that I need to get done for my uni work, I would create a to-do list of like, okay, the most important thing to get done right now is start writing this essay, so I'll do that. Once that's done, I'll do something else, and then I'll do something else until I'm tired of the uni, or then a non-negotiable hits or a brown task hits. And basically I think that this really allows me to feel accomplished each day. It allows me to shapeshift. I like having different things that I'm doing, and it just allows me to have a much more clear understanding of what it is that I'm doing. Because if I was following a classic to-do list of just doing everything that was on my list, out of, I don't know, today I need to get done this society thing, this uni thing, this YouTube thing, it would be really difficult to change hats and change like the headspace that I'm in for like 3 or 4 times during that day. Whereas if again I come into that day knowing that I'm going to spend most of my free time doing some type of work, then I'm a lot more prepared and primed to put my best foot forward for that task. And I've really noticed that this has worked really, really well for me and allowed me to get things done a lot better, because I know what it is I'm going and I know what sort of vibe I'm in each day. I also have a very much love-hate relationship with to-do lists, but I'm going to do a whole separate video on that and how it is that I actually don't use to-do lists, and if I do use them, I use them in a very, very particular way, because again, I just follow what feels right to me and then I share it with you guys. I'm actually going to share something extra with you, because basically when you have this, and I've talked about like then creating a to-do list, I'm going to show you actually what a to-do list would look like. I was having basically this day, on that day, a Tuesday, which was filled with more society work. Then I had, I think, labs, and then I came back and I wanted to do a bit more uni stuff just because I had a few things to get done. So basically I knew that most of my free time that day would be spent doing society work, but I still had to do some uni stuff. So that day or the night before, I then created a to-do list of what it is I wanted to do. Again, I only created a to-do list after I knew what sort of flavor my day was having. And my to-do list looked like this. I had the first 2 things that I wanted to do, posting for the society and prepare some posts for them. And then in uni, these were the tasks that I wanted to get done. And then if I had time, I was gonna move on to a different theme, which are the YouTube theme, which I didn't even get to at all. So do you see what I mean? Like, I don't create a to-do list first. I first have the sort of flavor, the theme of my day, and then I create a to-do list from there. Step 7, once I finished all of these tasks, or I get frustrated with them, with what I'm doing, I move on to a different theme, as I've mentioned. And I think this whole system really allows for a lot less frustration. It allows for a lot more of doing things that feels right to you at the right time, rather than following some arbitrary list or arbitrary productivity system like the Feynman technique, or like very rigid time blocking, because obviously this employs some time blocking techniques, but in a much more loose, fluid way that allows me to change and shapeshift based on my mood. I never am like, okay, I'm gonna sit down from 9 to 12 and do this task. I'm just like, today in my free time, what I want to dedicate my time to is YouTube or uni. But yeah, I feel like we get the picture. But I just don't want to leave you guys just with that. I want to share with you a few other tips that I have to manage your time that I think will be important, things that I've noticed over time as well. So oftentimes, a thing that I've noticed that was really important is to have a strong morning routine, because I've said it multiple times and I'll continue to say it. Your mornings make up your days make up your weeks make up your months, your years or decades, etc., etc. So having a strong morning routine will definitely be super important and super valuable for you guys to start your day off on the right foot. It'll also maybe allow you to center yourself a little bit more and feel a little bit more as to what it is that you want to focus on today, because you might have not known, be like, oh, okay, I have like 9 hours of free time tomorrow, but I have no clue as to what it is that I want to do. And if you have a morning routine that centers you a bit more, you're probably going to be able to fall into your heart a bit more and understand, okay, I actually today, what I really want to do is spend most of my day editing, or spend most of my day doing uni work, because that will really like alleviate my stress for the rest of the week. And so sometimes you get your answers there as well, and you can figure out the flavor of your day for your personalized productivity system that way. So I think that's really important. The second thing that I've mentioned swiftly is the time blocking technique. I know it works for some people to properly time block and be like, from 9 to 12 I'm doing this, 12 to 1 I'm eating, 1 to 2 I'm doing this. Personally, it doesn't work for me. It's too rigid. I don't like having such a clear, structured, hard system. I like it to be a lot more, I'm free to move in and out of what feels right and what feels like will be for my highest good, either because it's time sensitive and it's like I need to do this now because there's a deadline, or because it's what I want to do and I feel like I have the good energy right now to do that. For example, today I woke up and I was like, no, I want to film this video. This is exactly what I want to spend my time, because I have the inspiration, I have all of the ideas now, and I won't have all of these ideas in the same way tonight at 3 p.m. So I'm gonna do this now, reorganize my day, go to the city later, because today was always gonna be a YouTube themed day, but the inspiration came in the morning, so I'm doing that now. So that's why I think time blocking is a bit difficult for me, because I follow where my heart wants to go, and it feels frustrating if I've organized a specific way of going about my day and I actually now can't, I don't follow it. I'm like, well, now it feels like I failed in a certain way, whereas if I set myself up for a system that allows for fluidity, I never feel like I'm failing. So the third thing that I want to talk about is talking about your evening. So we've talked about the mornings, now let's talk about what you can do in the evening to actually help you with your time management. The first thing you can do is to meditate, spend some time alone, just reflect and see if anything comes to you as to what it is that you want to do the next day, what theme you want to be in tomorrow, what hat you want to put on your head. It's often in the evening that I figure out the next day what it is that I am going to spend my time doing, because I'm going to be like, okay, I have a deadline on Tuesday and I want to edit a podcast episode and have it up by Wednesday. So because the deadline's on Tuesday and I have more time tomorrow, I might actually do a uni themed day tomorrow, get all of these things done, and Tuesday will be more of a YouTube day. Things like that. So oftentimes it's only when I sit down with myself in silence and in peace that I get those answers as to what it is that I want to get done and to what theme that I want to follow that day. But the other thing you can do in the evening is also visualize. So once you've figured out what sort of theme you're following the next day, you can visualize, and I talk about this a lot on my podcast, but basically close your eyes and you imagine yourself, your future self, going through all of the different things that you want to get done, and it basically strengthens the neural pathways in your brain to allow you the next morning to know exactly what it is that you're doing. So I would visualize, okay, I'm going to fall asleep, I'm going to wake up, the first thing I'm going to do is get my yoga mat, I'm then going to like set it up, like do all of my different poses, follow this yoga flow video, get ready, have a shower, wear these specific clothes, and then I'm going to go to university, do this lecture, come back, have lunch, and then I'm going to focus my energy on working on my ethics assignment that's due next Monday. So I'm going to be looking at this lecture first, then really spending my time doing the draft, you know what I mean? And so you have all of this happening in your head, and then the next day you wake up and it's almost as if you don't have to think anymore. All you have to do is execute, because that neural pathway has been strengthened the night before. So yeah, I think that was what I had to share with you guys. I honestly really think that this productivity system is not for everyone, but it definitely is for the people that are a lot less rigid in the way they do things, but they still get things done, but a lot less rigid and a lot less like, at this time you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and allowing, basically for the people that are following their hearts and allowing themselves to follow what it is that they want to do, and to basically dance to the rhythm of their own soul and their own body, rather than following an arbitrary calendar system that they've decided 2 weeks prior that doesn't fit how they're feeling. Especially if you're a woman as well, we have cycles that with hormones that go up and down, and so we're never feeling the same way. We're not on a day-to-day cycle, we're on a 28-day cycle. So having this productivity system really allows for that fluidity throughout your days, and allowing you to be a lot more fulfilled, because you don't feel like you're failing, because it allows for that fluidity. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to share. Let me know if it made sense. I definitely will be talking about this sort of like productivity, a personalized productivity system a lot more, because I do think that there's a lot of potential there, and I'm going to try to make more sense of how it is that I use it myself to share a bit more with you guys. But I might do that in a podcast episode, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys soon. For the next video is going to be a podcast episode on this channel, which I think you will all enjoy. And yeah, I'm gonna go. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video with other people that could benefit from it as well. Guys, I'm really trying to create a community here of like-minded people, so if you feel within your heart that you've watched it like, oh my god, my friend Rebecca would really enjoy this video, please send it to her, because if she will gonna enjoy it, it's good, and also it does help me to reach more people and help more people. So yeah, I really appreciate all of you guys, and I'm gonna head off now. Bye guys.